Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night show forth knowledge. Your best is yet to come. Your best is yet to be known. Everything that you think you have right now is nothing compared to what God has planned, prepared for you. October 16th, 2020. It's a day that gives us the opportunity to split the month into two again, to verify, to check, and to know if we are still in the faith of being driving towards the ultimate goal of life. What have you learned? What have you known? What are your mistakes? What is it that you are set to correct? What is it that you are set to discover about yourself? What about your time management? What about your family? Everything that you said to do every day, know that is towards your greater future. It's either you overlook it or you pay attention to it. But one thing I want you to know, day unto day utter speech, and night unto night show forth knowledge. Night, you pay for it. If you don't, it will be great on you. Today, I want you to have a rethink and double check your effectiveness. I want you to ask yourself some personal question that it might appear disrespectful if I ask you, but it's going to appear, provoking if you ask yourself as you grow in life. Is that, am I adding to my life? Am I growing? And where am I going to? Where am I coming from? Maybe if you have a 30 seconds think through, 1 hour think through before I come back today, as I proceed by prayer and proceed as I share with you. Today, this is Talktolife, early morning unlimited inspiration with Rotimi Adedokun. Daniel. Welcome back. This is Talktolife, early morning, unlimited inspiration with Rotimi Adedokun. Life is demanding. If anybody tells you otherwise, it's a lie. Life will squeeze the best out of you for one reason, to give you the best that you never imagined that it exists. But it's not for everybody. But only those who are willing, only those who are ready, only those who are available, well positioned, I'm up, to be able to maximize what life has to give them. If somebody tells you that life is easy, it's a lie. You might be living under your parents' roof right now. They pay your rent. You drive a free car. You go to free restaurants. Clothes freely. Shoe freely. All the bills are being paid for you. I think it's just for you to see the demand that life has placed on somebody for you to be able to enjoy life. I'm telling you today, if a man is paying you your bill, life is tough. If somebody show up here for 138 days and you think it's just normal, it's a lie. Life is tough. Everything that you freely enjoy today is what life demandly taking from somebody. Maybe I need to put it like that. Everything that you freely enjoy today are the things that life demandly place on some people. The iPhone that you use, the Samsung that you use, the messages that you listen to, the clothes that you wear, the house that you live, the bills that you pay. Life places demand on some people, and their reaction to life make life to reward them by you paying them. I'm saying all that to say that you cannot get the best of life crossing leg. You cannot get the best of life, not be able to meet the little requirement that life places on you. Today, October 16th in the year 2020, I come to tell you it is time to travail. It is time to travail. And let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we have come here this morning again. Despite we are tired, but we don't have a choice than to yield to you. Father, I pray that you, please Lord, please in your mighty hand, please Lord, strengthen us, guide us. Let everything that we have put together in life, let it receive your spirit as you guide us into a place of greatness, as you tailored us into the place of life. I pray that every ear that hear me today shall be a blessed ear. Every hand that writes things down today shall be a blessed hand. I pray that you strengthen souls, that you bless mankind. I pray that at the end of this all, that we have the God to glorify your holy name. In Jesus' mighty name. Amen. 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 Everybody, welcome. This is Talktolife, early morning unlimited inspiration with Rotimi Adedokun. Just to let you know, because of a change of schedule, my schedules, we might not be able to be expanding ourselves more than 8 a.m. Nigerian time, 2 a.m. Central time in America. And you can adjust your time to everywhere around the world. 8 a.m. Nigerian time, 2 a.m. American time. It's going to be our closing time. Yesterday I tried to, but it's still late, but I'm trying to drive towards it. Because I go to work and It's placing a lot on me. So this day I celebrate you and I celebrate with you. Today, because of time, I'll be sharing with you on what I call Travail. Actually, what I actually called this at the beginning was to push. But in the process, I called it Travail. Travail. Let me tell you something. You cannot be lazing around. You cannot be doing things just like every other person else and get the best of result that you want. Life places demand on you. The car that you drive, you place demand on the car to take you from point A to point B. If the car cannot deliver, you take the car to shop. In Nigeria, they call it service. You take the car to shop in America and they verify, they look into it, say you need to change this oil, you need to change the brake pad, you need to change this pad, you need to change this. When you change everything that you need to change, it is from your expectation. I mean, you are highly expectant that the car will function according to what you are paid for. So if the car does not, something is wrong. You are a vehicle at which God makes things happen on this earth. Therefore, you cannot live like every other person. I mean, you cannot sleep like every other person. I mean, you cannot cross your leg like any other person. I mean, you cannot be in a tight corner doing nothing about you. Greatness comes with a cause. Greatness comes with a cause. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you live. I don't care your age. I don't care your name. I don't care your gender. It does not matter. It does not matter. What really matters here is this. You are ready and you are aware that life places demand on people. A lot of people complain pastor uses private jets. But you never know that in 1986, Bishop Adedokun fasted for the 1985. I take that back. In 1985, that Bishop David Adedokun fasted for the entire year. That at the beginning of 1986, when he was preaching on January 1st, 2086, he was coughing out blood. You do not know when he went to the mountain by himself to pray for 3 days, and the first thing he saw was a snake. He was beaten by rain for the entire 3 days, and when he was without food, nothing. When he was leaving the mountain, there's no life in him. He has to be walking down or going down the mountain just by crawling on his butt. You don't know how many years how many months in a year, or how many times in a year that the Geo fasted for 40 straight days. No food, no water. When you see result, don't fight it. Ask question. When you see result, don't fight it. Just ask question. I think a deliberate, intentional question that you ask will change the way you see life. Knowing fully well that life is not fair. That some people have 2, 3 private jets, and some people working hard, there is nothing to show. Life is not fair. Life cannot be fair. But one thing I know, that life rewards. What you call fairness, reward. Life will never reward those who think that they should earn the reward. No. The reward supposed to be earned, is not to be wished. Results supposed to be earned, is not to be wished. Today, I'm sharing with you on the subject of travel. And then because of time, I'm going to push this way. I want to say, hey, travel is the force of holding to yourself when you are weak. Knowing fully well that there is a future that you are running towards. Travail. Travail. It's a force of holding on when you are weak, knowing fully well that there is a future and there is always an end. There is always an end. If you take life serious today, there is always an end. If you don't care about life, there is always an end. Everything in life has an end to it. An end to your laziness. An end to your hard work. I mean, there is always an end to everything that you can think about in life. There is always an end. To travail means to push until you get to a place of result. Because there is nothing in life that is difficult to do or the result that is difficult to achieve. But there are many things in life that human beings are not willing, the step that they are not willing to take. I mean, the action that they are not willing to take, the places that they are not willing to go, the things that they are not willing to do. Today is 138 days that I show up every day. You don't understand? I mean, 138 days. Every day. So my question I need to ask you, what is it that you have done for 38 days? What about 50 days? What about 70 days? Have you considered 80? What about 90? And the ultimate of them, what about 100? How does it make you feel? Listen, you don't achieve anything great because you have the capacity to. You achieve anything for two things. One, for you to have peace of mind in the future, and for you to know how far you can stretch yourself. You got to know how to stretch yourself. You got to know how to stay writing those posts on the social media every day. You got to know how to. You don't know the demand. You don't know. You know, if I don't know the best way to let you know this, that you cannot produce excellent results living an average life. You cannot produce excellent results living an average life. Average call for average, and excellence call for excellence. Just wanted to know that. So don't tell me you are not getting what you want. Rather, you should tell me you are not doing what you should do. Don't tell me you are not getting the result that you desire. Maybe you should share with me that you are being lazy, you are not doing what you need to do. To travail means life places demand on you. To travail means you are weak, spirit, soul, and body, yet you are still taking steps. You are still crawling. When you know that you cannot fly, there is no energy. But you say, I can run. When you know that you cannot run because you don't have energy, you say, I can take steps, I can walk. You cannot walk because you don't have energy. You say, I can crawl. No matter how it's going to take me, one thing is sure, I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to keep moving. So stop telling me what is not possible. I want you to tell me that you are not ready. Stop telling me what is not possible. But tell me that you are not ready to do what is demanding of you. So, travail is the force of Odin on when you are weak, knowing fully well that there is always an end. Number two, I said travail is the force, travail is to push until you get to a place of result. No one celebrates almost. If you want celebration, you need to say, hey, this is me. Result is what the world demands of you. Demands of result from you. Okay. Number three, what is travail? Travail is the ability to keep focus when you are stressed. You know that you have get to your limit, you want to break out, but you still keep your focus. You know that you don't feel like pushing again, but you still keep your focus. Because if you don't know why you are doing what you're doing it, you might not be able to get to the peak of it. Anything in life that works because somebody's at work. Imagine that your phone even works by network. So if the network that they call it marks, if those marks are not talking to themselves, they are not connecting, the phone usage is going to shut down. Everything I'm speaking to you right now, because there is a computer, there is a camera, there is a software, there is a YouTube, there is a Facebook, there is a Instagram. All those platforms are available, and my readiness, that's what makes you to see what you're seeing. What am I trying to say today, right now? You cannot get the best of life, not be able to connect with life. Everything that works because somebody's at work. I've said it before. So, number four definition of travail. The travail is the power to endure to the end for the price of life. So you are not doing what you're doing because you want to do it. You are doing what you're doing because you have to endure. It's an endurance time, brother and sister. Wherever you are around the world, it's time for you to endure, to see, hey, how much of this can I place it back on life? If life demands of you, why are you where you are? At your age, you are still having problem with your payment. You say, life, I'm here to learn. I must have messed up here, but I'm here to learn. To learn. To learn. The power to endure to the end for the price of life. That is what I call travail. You might think, oh, okay, I'm just going to cross my leg, doing nothing. Let me tell you something. If that's why when you apply for a job, they tells you that, what is it that you love to do? What is it that you do without supervision? Because what you do with a motivation might one day lack result. You need motivation. What if nobody shows up? Then you could have failed for the day. But when you become your own motivation, you will need not again a motivation. That's why I don't call myself a motivational speaker. Neither do I call myself an inspirational speaker. I tell people I am an impartational speaker. Because when you have impartation of what you want to do, you will get result. Not just result, exact result. John 14:12. Verily, verily, I say unto you, what I do, shall you do also. Greater, the work that I do, shall you do also. So Jesus said, hey, I produce the result. You will do the result also. You will produce the same result. But Luke 12, verse 49 to 50, he said, I am in this world to create fire. He said, how I wish it's already kindled, but I have a baptism to be baptized with. Did you see that? There is always a demand what to do for you to get what you want. There are many things you want in life, but you are not ready to do what is necessary. No! You must be the necessary for you to produce the necessary result. So travails is the force of holding on when you're weak, knowing fully well that there is always an end. Travail is to push until you get to a place of result. Travail means is the ability to keep focus in a place of stress. You are stressed. You don't feel like showing up every day, but you say, "Hey, I'm born for something like this to help my generation, to help mankind." And you proceed to definition number 4: that the power to endure to the end for the price of life. For the price of life. Definition number 5 of travail. If you are just joining us, this is Talktolife. Early money, unlimited inspiration with Rotimi Adedokun. Today, I'm on the subject of travail. Travail, I know some people say this prayer is good, but you can travail your marriage by you knowing truly well that you never allow any external forces to get into your business. He is your husband, she's your wife. Love yourself and tell the devil to So, I give you one more definition of travail and we move forward. Travail here is the force that makes you to see. To make you to see to it. I love that word. That's what I'm looking for. See to it that success is guaranteed. It's a force that makes you to see to it that success is sure. It's a force that makes you to see to it that you will never go to bed unless you've done the necessary for the day. People think when you have one result, it's enough. Listen, this might be hard for you to consume, but I'm telling you the truth. Anytime you produce a result, 10 people are being raised up to compete with you. To compete with you, to challenge the time of you getting the result. To compete with you, to know that if your result is fake or original. Travail is the force that makes you to see to it. You see to it. You ensure it. You follow up on it. The word that success is guaranteed. I don't know what you are hearing, but what I'm saying is this. You have to step out of average life and start moving towards where you belong. Know where you belong and do everything in your best. Everything in your best. Know where you belong and do everything in your capacity to make sure that it is the best that you are putting in it. Because listen to this, anytime you put your best in anything, life is owing you. Help me to write it down. Any life will be owing you if you put your best in your calling. Life will be owing you if you put your best in what you do. Life will be owing you. I promise you. That is why you see people who are wicked, they are producing results. It was a long time ago I was meditating and said, God, why would evil people be prevailing? There is a law in this universe, in this earth, in this world. This world is a law of hard work. That except people are willing to do what you do, they can never match up with you in results. Except they are willing to do above and beyond what you are doing, they can never match up with you in results. So when people produce the same results just like you, it's simple. It's because you activate people. Anytime you produce results, you activate many people around you. And guess what? You can't fail to keep up the pace. 138 days, 2 more days, we're going to be 140. And 10 more days after that, we're going to be 150. That's going to be 5 straight months that have been showing up every day, including Saturday. Sundays are inclusive. So, whatever it is, I just want you to know this, that where you are today is a function of where you want to be. And where you want to be in life is a function of how far you want to go. How far do you want to go? How much money do you want in your bank account? What kind of peace do you want in your marriage? What future have you designed for your children? When are you going to get your next promotion? When are you going to get married? When are the things that life is asking you? Life tells you, hey, I have enough. Stop telling me it's your father, it's your mother. Life is telling you, hey, I have enough. There is always enough. But are you willing? Are you ready to pay the price for enough? We call this program Talk to Life because you have to talk to yourself. If I talk to you right now, there is a limitation to it. If I talk to you right now, there is always a cap to it. But in your secret place, in your closet, the place where nobody can get to, in a place where there is no service of phone, that you can turn on your phone, that you can look straight to the mirror and ask yourself this question: the way I'm going right now, in the next 10 years, where am I going to be? In the next 15 years, where am I going to be? Listen, your pastor cannot help you. The president of your country cannot help you. Your bishop cannot help you. Your archbishop cannot help you. If you cannot help yourself, nobody can help you. You are the yardstick, the denominator of your destiny. You are the yardstick that you measure your life with, and you are the denominator of your destiny. Where you end, who you be, how you end, what you have, is a function of your willingness, the ability to stand up and come out of your shade, to step out into the horizon of life, to ask life, to demand your portion. Because I know I am extremely convinced that if you can travail in your savings, don't spend it all. If you can travail in your relationship, don't abuse your husband, love your wife, and train your children in the way you want them to go. If you can travail in your spiritual life, if you can travail in your relationship with others, life will be owing you nothing but the best. Those who have gone ahead of you, those who have produced more results more than you, those that you are looking up to, the podcast of Rotimi that you are listening to, I am nothing better than you. I have the same eyes, the same ears, the same two hands, leg. I have my wife. I'm not overly spiritual. I kiss my wife, I hug my wife. I'm just trying to tell you that you can call me pastor, some people call me bishop, whatever you want to call it to me. I am just a human being who knows that life is about travail. Life is about travail. If you don't have it, it's because you don't want to have it. And if you have it, it's because you want it. That's the way I'm going to put it. If you don't have it, it's because you don't want to have it. And if you do, it's because you want it. Think about that. If you don't have it, it's because you don't want it. If you have it, it's because you want it. It's so simple. It's so simple. So you can complain, I was born in Nigeria, I'm a citizen of Ghana. You can complain all night. It's not a problem. Complain is good. But if you are in the person in the mirror, that is when the complaint is acceptable. So, the nuggets of travail. Number one, travail is demanding. You have to supply the need. Travail is demanding. You have to what? You have to supply. Travail is requesting. You have to give an answer. You have to give attention. You have to give an answer. Travail is demanding, you have to supply the need. Travail is requesting, you have to give an answer, you have to give a response. Travail is stretching, you must be ready. Travail is improving. Listen, anytime something can stretch you, it improves you. There are some things in life that I don't know I can do. One of it is the program you're listening to right now. One of it is this program that you are listening to right now. If somebody's telling me I'm going to be up every night when everybody other person is sleeping, I'm not in Nigeria, maybe I want to be asking you for something. I live here in the United States, and I think God has blessed me. I can feed my family, pay my rent, take care of my car over me, my roof over me. I still have my cars. You can eat what you want. Maybe that will be the best of some people. But I know, and I'm very sure, that if you live an average life, you're going to repeat the error of those who have gone ahead of you. If you live an average life, you're gonna be repeating the error of those who have gone ahead of you. I want you to know, you cannot be maintaining the status quo and not be embarrassed by the same. You cannot be maintaining status quo and not be embarrassed by the same. So I said you had to say that travail is demanding. You must be ready to supply the need. Travail is requesting. You must be ready to give an answer or respond. Travail is stretching. You must be ready. Stressing. Stretch you. You must be ready for expansion. And travail is improving. You must create room for more. If something catches you already, it's because you are not ready for success. Those who make things happen don't get ready. They live ready. There might not be time for you to get ready. The pace that we live, the world that we live right now, it means for you to get there before you are there. You have to be there. I heard this. I don't know if it's true. I've not confirmed it. I don't know the source. They said those who jump high jump, they asked them, how do you do it? And he said, until your heart, your mind can lift across the bar over to the other side, he said your leg and the entire body will not follow. He said your heart goes where your heart is. Your life goes where your heart is. Do you know what it is for me to wake up? Because going to work, come back, sleep a little bit, wake up by 2300, 11 p.m. And I realized I've not prayed for this evening. I've not prepared a message for tonight. And yet, I will get up and still do it anyway. So, I don't know who I'm speaking to today, but travail in life is demanding. The travail means your demand is placed upon you. Then you must be ready to supply the need of the demand. Travail is requesting, you must be ready to give an answer and responses. Travail is stretching, you must be ready for expansion. Travail is improving, and you must be ready to create more room. Let me share with you 3 things that will happen if you are not traveling. Number 1, if you don't travail, you are limited. If you don't travail, you have places limitation over yourself. Travel means you're stretching, you're pushing, you have a focus, you are driving towards something. Then if you are not driving anything, don't you know when you keep your mouth shut for some time and you then open it, then it started smelling? Do you know if you sit in a particular place for a long time, your legs started swelling? See, listen, everything that is not in use will bring disgrace. Anything that you don't put to use will lead to what? Disgrace. Embarrassment becomes the order of the day. So, without travail, you are limited. Without travail, you become an average. Without travail, life becomes limited. Without travail, life becomes an average. And without travail, you lack results. I want you to think about it. So if you're not pushing past yourself, you are placing limitation over yourself. You never know how far you can go until you start the journey that is of no return. So when you don't travail, you have settled for mediocre. You become an average person. That's not what you want. So the last one, if you don't travail, you surely lack result. You lack result. Lack result, marital result, relationship result. If you don't travail, that's what becomes of you. So the question I need to ask you today, if God has laid in your heart to motivate people on Facebook every day, do you post every day? Or you feel like, I don't feel like today? No. Listen, if you do life by your emotion, you'll be limited. If you do life, what I mean do life, if you live your life based on your feelings, you are limited. Feeling does not count in the school of success. Feeling is not a course in the school of success. Say that again. Feeling, your emotion, your feeling is not it does not count in the school of success. University of Life does not admit people who have that kind of life. I love you to share your testimony and say, Rotimi, this is what's supposed to stop me, but I refuse to be stopped. That is what I'm talking about. That is what I'm celebrating. So travail. If you don't travail, you are limited. If you don't travail, you become average. And if you don't travail, you lack result. I think I have 7 or 5 things here to do. One more as read. Like I said, please, because of time and because of my schedule for work, we can't go past 2 a.m. my time again because I need to get up by 6. Do I have to drive like 50 minutes to work? Okay, Rotimi, you should do that. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. You can see me with that. It's tough. So, I want to tell you 8 things that I want you to travail about today as random. Number 1, travail so because you don't know how many lives you can touch. Do you know why I show up every day? Some people show up here every day. Every day. I want you to pause a minute and think about it. That you just show up here and I'm not here. Imagine you show up here and I'm not here. You don't know how many damage you are causing for you because you are not responsible. Do you know how many lives are attached to you? You don't know right now because you've not discovered, uncovered, and unveiled yourself. Who knows? You never know. Maybe you should write it down. You never know how many lives are attached to you. Imagine I didn't take responsibility to leave the US Navy and come to Tulsa. Maybe there might not be any Winner Chapel Tulsa today. Maybe. Who knows? When we got here on the 4th, on the 4th or 5th of January 2016, if somebody tells me I'm going to be here for 5 years, I will say no. When I came here with all my money and energy, resources, spirituality, was investing into the church, praying, Lord, let there be this. Listen, everything that you enjoy today is what someone did yesterday. Everything, think about it. I mean, everything that you are enjoying today, this mic, somebody determined to use it, to develop it. This cloth, somebody say, hey, I'm going to sew this, and whoever that it fits, let it take it. Many lives are attached to you. Therefore, travail, try, push, please. Not for you. It's not for you. I'm not doing this program for me. All these are here. They are here. But to benefit you, I need to bring it out. So today, I wanted to bring out your love to your husband, your love to your children, your respect to your boss, honor to your husband, and reference to God, and just say, not for me, but for the generation that is coming after me. It is not about you. It is not for you. It is not for you. I don't know who is listening to me. When you take time out to read that book, when you take time out to watch this YouTube video, when you take time out to be able to listen to everything I'm saying, it's not for you. It's not for me. It's not for you. But you have to be available for you to be able to impart other use that's going to come around available. I will say that again. You have to be available for you to impart you and make yourself available to other use. Wow, that has to be written, the powerful quote. You have to be available for you to better you so you can impart the use. I need to write it down myself. You have to be available for you to impart you. To develop you, sorry. You have to be available for you. You have to be available for you to develop you so you can impart other use. Wow, I love that. You see, let me tell you something. When I have the privilege, the opportunity to listen to myself again, I never believe something that I say. Those things will never come if I'm on my chair and sipping pina colada and just lazing around. There are some things that will come to your life for one reason, because you choose to stand up and do what is necessary. Do you know many things that you are killing today? In the school of in the University of Life, in University of Life, in the School of Success, there's a law there that we studied a long time ago. We call it law of use. Law of use states that whatever you don't use, you lose. You have to be available for you to develop you so you can impart other use. Many people will go through what you have gone through. Many people will live just like you. There's some people that will make the same height, the same challenge, the same marital status. But when they come, one day, God is connecting everything together. When they show up to you, what do you want to tell those yous? That's your question. One day, all these messages that people don't pay attention to right now, a time is coming the next 10, 15 years. Some people will be looking for it. He said, who is Rotimi Adedokun? What are the things he has shared? That's why I put this on the public domain. I don't private it. I don't put it on enlisted. It is not for you, but for other yous that will be coming after you. Because somebody one day, you want to preach about travail. Somebody one day, we want to think about how can I travail? How can I pull out of my best? So when they listen to this message, they will just bless. Say, God, thank you for the day that Rotimi Adedokun was birthed. December 21st. That is what I want. That is what I'm praying. That God, don't let me to just live in this world just like every other person. That is why I stand up in the middle of night to be able to say, hey, we must push here. You must push it. So don't forget this, everybody around the world, wherever you are listening to me, either you like the program or you don't, either you share it or you don't, whatever you do to it does not matter. What matters is I'm asking you, are you available for you to develop you so you can impart other yous? If you forget everything tonight, or to this morning, as you proceed to go and look for your daily bread, I mean, as you proceed to go and sell and buy, as you relate to people, I want you to know, is this making me available for me, so I can develop me, so I can impart other means? Other means are coming. Other means are coming. Your children is going to ask you questions. Your wife is going to ask you. Your bank account is going to ask you. Your car is going to ask you one day, hey, show me you. Because now I'm breaking down. You have to fix me if you want to keep using me. These are the things I'm talking about. Sometimes your bank account will ask you in your 60, in your 50, in your 70, when there is nothing to show. And they will ask you, what have you done with you that there is nothing that you can fall about? There is nothing. That's why you cannot spend all the money that you make, because there is a future for you. A time when this hand cannot be lifted like before. They can't do the run again. When the leg is wobbling, you are tired. Maybe you need a support and you are moving little by little. And you will be asking you, what have you done with you? Think. A time you might not appreciate what I'm trying to say, but down the line, 5-10 years, this message will come to you again. That, hey, do you travail when you need to? So you can prevail when you have to. Help me to write it down. When you travail when you need to, you will prevail when you have to. When you travail when you need to, you will prevail when you have to. I'm not saying you should listen to me. I'm just saying you should process those words with me. You can't be living like every other person and be in charge of you. If you travail, I don't know too much, but God has given me words. I know how I chose my words. I know how I try to use them. If you travail when you need to, you will prevail when you have to. $1 million in your bank account at 60. How does that make you feel? An extra dollar of $5,000 every month, even when you are not working again. How would that make you feel? When I was an active duty in the Navy, I met a lady. She has retired right now. And he said, Rotimi, they can't pronounce my name very well. I said, yes, ma'am. He said, I have a goal. I said, what's your goal? He said, I want to retire in year 2019 or 2020 or 2020. And I want my retirement paycheck to be $10,000. He said, whoa. He said, by then I must have served for like 25 years or maybe 27 years. And I'll be getting a paycheck of $10,000. Do you know what that means? I wanted to think about it. You don't work again, apart from money in your savings, yet you are still making $10,000 every month. Travel when you need to, so you can prevail when you have to. Maybe somebody should think about it. Maybe that will make my time of sleepless night worth it. And by the way, as we round up tonight, I have 3 more minutes. If you have not registered for the Total Women Masterclass, I think one, you are not doing yourself a good service. Somebody say, I'm a man, I don't need to register. Yes, you need to register for your girlfriend. You need to register for your mother. You need to register for your sisters. Or you have a lady friend. Let me tell you something. You can have ladies friend and not your girlfriend. Or you can have friends. You have to be careful when you're married to say a girl is a friend. I know that. But what I'm trying to say today, how many persons can you share with to tell them, hey, this program is for you? Please program. For those who have registered, we have sent out some email to some people. Please and please and please make your payment and let us know the email of the person that wants to join you for free so we can send proper email to them. As we round up this money, I want to ask you one question. If Steve Jobs did not design Apple, what kind of phone are you going to be using? If the architect did not design and the bricklayer did not build the house that you are, the roof that you have over your head right now, where will you be living? Okay, let's step it to the person that you know, that you can touch, that you can see. If Bishop Adedokun has not taken his responsibility to receive the liberation mandate, what's going to happen to millions of people who are connected to him? What about the millions of people who are connected every first Friday of the month when Daddy Gio preaches? Pastor Enoch Adejari Adeboye. Okay, what will happen to you around this time that I don't come up with this message? I'm trying to tell you, everything that you have the power to do, do it. Because it's not for you, but for the people that are coming behind you. Coming to ask you those questions. I wanted to know that greatness is available to all, but it's not everybody that will be great. This morning, I dropped the curtain, I dropped my pen, and I keep the rest of those words to myself. Now trusting that you have heard something and you want to share with me. What have you heard this morning? What is it that you know that I said? What is it that you know that I don't talk about that is relevant to this? And what is it that you think you have never heard before that I just say, or that I said, that's going to be valuable for those who are watching right now? Type it, share with me, and know that I'm here to listen to you. I have 2 more minutes to out of here. What have you heard? Your level of preparation will determine the degree of your usefulness. You can never be more useful than you are prepared. If that's what you hear, sister told you, thank you. That was a powerful contribution. I celebrate you. What have you heard, somebody? love that. I love that. I love that. Sister Jessica said, in life, it's good to discover yourself because there are people tied to your destiny. Yes, yes, yes. Many people, not one, many people are tied to your destiny. Many people are tied to your destiny. Sister Confidence is on Instagram. So many people are tied to your destiny. Shagging the global group said, Travail make us to see to it that success is sure. Yes, yes. You know, the Lord told me this is going to be a 1 year round program. You don't know, no. By 6:30, this is after 2. By 6, I have to be up, get up from home by 6:30, drive like 50 minutes to work. You don't understand. You don't understand. You don't understand. Travail makes you to see to it that success is sure. So, let me tell you something. When you start a vision, start running with anything, 10% will be good. You'll be laughing. 20, you'll be laughing. 40, 50. When you get to 50, the gear is going to turn. Automatically, the car of your life will get into reverse mode. What? Reverse mode? Yes, reverse mode. It wants to go back to negative, if not 0. So you have a choice than to hold the gear, press down what you need to press down, and put it back in 1, and put it back in 2, and put it back in 3, and put it back in 4, and put it back in 5 to push, to fire. Life has the tendency to reverse back to 0 if you are not ready to fight. What have you heard? What have you heard? Okay, we gotta go now. Thank you, but everybody. If you don't have it, it's because you don't want it. I love that. I love that. Travail is demanding, which is you have to supply. Yes. Yes. Jackson Global Group, I think you're taking a lot of notes. So, everybody, thank you. Thank you. Please, please, the link to make payment is right up there if you're in Nigeria or around the world. I think that link is going to take international payment too. Please, we need more people to register. I want you to please do try to use this as a compensation to if I've ever blessed you, please. Jackson and Sister told you, any person, if I've ever blessed you, I want you to please look for one person who's going to register. I need your help to make this happen. There's nothing I can do by myself. God is doing me, but your involvement is highly needed too. Please look for one person who is going to register in the Total Women Masterclass. I don't want you to please, I don't want you to miss this part. Please look for one person who's going to register. I'm going to be sending the link again. And guess what? We are making it work. Let's see. Travail. So, thank you, everybody. Okay, if you don't have it, it's because you don't want it, yes. Travail is demanding which you have to supply. Yes. So, everybody, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please, can you do this for me? Register for the Total Women Masterclass and invite somebody to do the same. Let me check right now to see that everything is in place. Okay, I think we are good. So, thank you, thank you, thank you, and have a great morning. I pray that the hand of God will be upon you. The Bible says, as they move from one nation to another, from one nation to another people from a different languages, he suffer no man to do their wrong. He said, he reproved king for themselves. He said, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. I pray in the mighty name of Jesus, I declare you as touch not. Strange hand will not touch you. Strange people will not touch you. Everything that you need in the name of Jesus will come to you today. The power needed, the energy needed to travail so you can prevail. Receive it in the name of Jesus. So shall it be. In Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Oh, Chelsea Global Group, I celebrate. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Please, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. What is A? Since I told you, what is A? Okay, whatever that is, I don't know. Amen, okay. Amen, amen. Thank you, everybody. See, help me to celebrate Chelsea Global Group. He said, I will register someone. I love that. Thank you. That's a way. That's how you go. That's the way. Sister Jessica, amen and gone. We are still expecting your registration. Please register and have somebody to register to. But if you register, somebody's going to come on with you. And if you don't, and guess what? After this, we're going to have Total Men Masterclass. You have to be ready for that. It's going to be boom. I love you guys. I'll be expecting your registration today. Please, please, please make sure you get it done. God bless you and have a great morning. Don't forget this. I forgot to tell you. You are designed for royalty and you cannot afford to settle for less. Push, push, push. Only a woman who push out a living baby can be called a mother. Only a woman who push out a living baby can be called a mother. I celebrate you and see you tomorrow, same time, same place, on this same platform, Talktolife. Early morning unlimited inspiration with Rotimi Adedokun, a platform where it's designed to show to you the things God has provided for you and much more what you need to do. And anytime responsibility comes alongside with provision, life will not just give you what you desire. Life will give you what you deserve. You deserve greatness. You deserve great financial prosperity. You deserve good health. And whatever you want, you can get. Only if you are ready to push, to push, to push. And see you tomorrow. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you for your help.